Howdy, y'all. Swan Marion, the Bookworm Cowboy, here to do this time, a movie review based off of a book. Two books, actually. This is The Marvelous Land of Oz and Ozma of Oz. It's a combination of both called Return to Oz. Yeah. And I'm going to be spouting some facts about both.
Hi.
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this was one of Firuza Balk's first gigs. She was a cute kid back then. Nowadays, she's a gorgeous woman. Yeah. I just wish she'd work with Johnny Depp or Tim Burton on a film. Yeah. But anyway, this is Return to Oz. We're watching. Yeah. Now, some people were scared of this film, but I wasn't. I used to think this movie was weird. Not scary, but weird. Until I read the Oz books that the movie was based off of. Yeah. Firuza Balk was such a cute kid back then. Now she's a gorgeous woman. They grew up so fast. Yeah. Piper Laurie, Carrie's mother, in another book turned movie, Stephen King's Carrie. Yeah, in this one, she's a tamer ant than the other one, than Carrie's mother. Yeah. uh, yeah. Yeah, I read somewhere in the other Oz books, Aunt Em and Uncle Henry wind up in Oz. Yeah. Shooting star. Toto. He's gotten older. Or at least a different breed. Belina the chicken. Yeah, believe it or not, L. Frank Baum had a pet chicken. Yeah. Yeah. There's the key. Hmm. Hollywood eyes. In the book, there's other lands besides Oz. Outside of the impassable desert, there's other lands outside of Oz. I've forgotten how many there are. Yeah. The house half finished. Yes, the house is finished. Why would anyone want to live in Kansas, where the tornado country is beyond me? Yeah. Oh. Poor Toto, he doesn't get to come on this adventure. Not this time, Toto. You don't get to join Dorothy this time round. Someone else does. Besides, you got to talk in one of the later books. Yeah. Yeah, until a witch casts a spell on his axe, like in the original Oz. Really, limb by limb, bit by bit. Yeah. In the Ozma of Oz, the Cowardly Lion as a companion, the Hungry Tiger. Yeah. 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 Ah, Merlin off of Excalibur. Yeah. That's Peter No, not Peter. No, not. Who was there again? Nicole Williamson. Nicole Williamson. Merlin off of Excalibur. This one, he plays the Doctor and the Gnome King. Forget about the Wicked Witch of the West. She was merely one shot villainess. The Gnome King is the main antagonist in the rest of the Oz books. I just wish they made more inspired by the other Oz books by L. Frank Baum. They need to, people need to read the Oz books before making movies out of them. There's lots of characters and creatures they never made, they never used in the movies. Uh, the, the ones who were subjected to shock therapy, the adults, apparently were messed up in the brain because after shock therapy. Yeah, they tried that on a little child. Bye bye, Dorothy. Yeah. Ah. Too bad this Ozma is no longer a friend of the LGBT. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Ah, Jean Marsh. Beth Morda as the nurse here and Princess Mombi. A combination of an old sorceress called Mombi and a head-hunting princess called Langwidere. And some of the Ordways played the Wheelers later. Yeah, this was back in the '80s during Disney's Dark Age. Yeah. hour and 50 minutes. Alright. Ah, the pumpkin jack-o'-lantern. Yeah. Yeah, Jack Pumpkinhead. Yeah. Like, wait, wrong line. Mm. Yeah. Oh boy. Mm. Those three, two. Oh boy. Maybe. The lightning. Saved by lightning. Saved by lightning. The storm. Saved by a storm. Yeah. coming. Uh-oh. Gotta hide. Anything else? Oh, except the one. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, lightning struck. You're struck the top of that thing, top of that building. Doing the chin. Whoops. Yeah. Hold on tightly. A chicken coop, of all things, during a storm. Yeah. Kansas. That's what it says on the chicken coop. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Now they're back in Oz. There indeed. Yeah. Hold on. I need to get some water. Well, the claymation this was done by Will Vinton. I grew up watching the California Raisins and some other stuff by Will Vinton. In actuality, Dorothy doesn't return to Oz at first. In Ozma of Oz, she winds up in a neighboring land outside the impassable desert called Ev. E-V. Yeah. And apparently the king of Ev sold his family to the Gnome King. And upon realizing what he did, he committed suicide. Yeah. Yeah. I also read in the original Oz, Wonderful Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West turned to dust because she was so old. Yeah. In this one, and in this one, yeah, in this one, the Gnome King is a combination of General Ginger, who conquered the Emerald City and Marvelous Land of Oz, and the Gnome King off of Ozma of Oz. They decided to go with the Gnome King conquering Oz and the Emerald City and such, inspired by General Ginger. Yeah. Because the real Oz isn't all peaches and cream. It's like any other fictional world, like Narnia, Hogwarts, Fantastica, and many others, has its dark moments. Yeah. Like any city, any fictional city or world. I read a lot. Yeah. 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 Yeah, the turning people into stone was a reference in Marvelous Land of Oz. When when the old sorceress Mombi tried to turn a young boy into stone by trying to make him drink a potion that'll turn him to stone. Because a young boy who, yeah, who deliberately disobeyed his mistress, and he gets out of there and has some adventures in Oz, and tip comes from the Gillikins. There's a northern and a southern part of Oz. Not just west or east. Yeah. Tin Woodsman. Yeah. Not the lion. There's the Wheelers. In the book, they wear straw hats instead of those ugly masks. In the book, they wear straw hats instead of ugly masks. Yeah. 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 To all those people who think this movie's scary, get a backbone. I was I was never scared of this film. Besides, horror loses its power to frighten when repeated too often. That's a direct quote from The Never-Ending Story by Mikhail Enda. Look it up. Yeah. Yeah. I was scared of other stuff. Like sharks. Like movies like Jaws. Made me fear of going in the ocean. Yeah, in the book, the Wheelers are a bunch of pussies on wheels. Yeah, they're scavengers. Ah, yes, TikTok. The first mention of a robot, a mechanical man. The very first robot. Yeah. 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 Mm. Oh, 1,000. Mm. Books are officially 100 years old. More than that, 126 years old. I wish these books would inspire more people, as well as the movies. I mean, they are in public domain after all. Yeah. Yeah, some of the designs are work related. Book inspired. Mm. Walking, walking, walking. Still going, nothing like a full charge of batteries. It keeps going and going and going. As long as you keep this one wound up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's more wheelers blocking the stairs. Whee! The guy inside TikTok must be getting dizzy from knocking out the wheelers and spinning around like that. Knocked that mask off that one. The ringleader. Yeah. Yeah. He does seem hilarious. He does sound like Frank Gorswin or someone else who played the Riddler. Not Jim Carrey, but one of the other guys. He does look similar. Maybe Jim Carrey can play a Wheeler. And yeah. Oh boy. Dave. Yeah. Yeah. Dusty. It's all dusty and stuff. Cobwebs all over. Ferns. Yeah. Playing on the mandolin. Yeah. Like a porcupine. Yeah. Some people collect stamps. I collect hats. This woman collects women's heads to put on her own neck. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's Gene Marshall's voice dubbing over that one. I'm not sure. But it does look like someone from Greece. Dr. Channing looks similar. Yeah. Let's see. Finger nested. Mommy's other headers. Oh Lord. No. Brian Henson voiced Jack Pumpkinhead in this one. Pansy played Toto. Yeah, it's not. It's a woman named Fiona Victor. It's not. It ain't that. It ain't that woman off of Grease. Yeah, the one that looked way too old to be a high school student. The one, I think it was Dr. Channing. Yeah, it was Dr. Channing. He played Betty Rizzo, but she's not in Return to Oz. Someone else is. Yeah. Yeah. They did look similar. Brian Henson voiced Jack Pumpkinhead. Yeah. And a boy named Tip made him to scare away Mom, his sorceress and sorceress caretaker Mombi. Instead of destroying it, she decided to put a power of life spell on it. With a few magic words, brought Jack Pumpkinhead to life. And Tip stole he wound up stealing the powder of life and brought other things to life. Like, for example, sawhorse, a flying thing with a gump's head. That'll appear later on. Yeah. And I'm not sure what else they use the powder of life on. Yeah. 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 It's almost Jim Henson-ish, but yeah. On this part right here, I think Mombi decided to leave him up there to rot and spoil. Probably left him up here to rot and spoil. Yeah. And decided maybe it's like the garden. Maybe the other heads are like the garden. Whatever the other head sees. Mombi's original head knows. Probably like that. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. How can you snore without a hand? Yeah. An elk or a moose-like creature called a gump. A green moose or elk-like creature. Snoring without a head. Yeah. guns leaking. His brains are down. Oh boy. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Oh, there's Ozma. Take your room. Now these are the words on the book. This is for using. Yeah. Try, repeat if no result. Try again if no result. Yeah. See the magic words. Someone's having a bad hair day. Yeah. There they go. Off they go. Breaking up the wheelers. The mandolin again. Yeah. Yeah. And Oz used to be ruled by kings and queens long before the wizard came. It was after the king and queen died that when the wizard came to power, he gave away the 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 baby Ozma and gave her away to an old sorceress called Mombi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the wizard took over Oz. They sort of glanced over that part in later books. They just, I guess continuity wasn't high in children's books. I know the guys' books are flawed, especially in continuity, but they're really good with imaginative characters and such, and creatures. Uh-oh. Lost his hand. Ooh, man's on the sofa. Upside down. And the Galena scene, they hide Galena and Jack Pumpkinhead. See, as the, see, as the, I don't know the actual phobia of bird sound, birds, but in the book, the gnome king really doesn't like birds, especially chickens. Because chickens lay eggs all the time. And all birds lay eggs, and eggs are poisonous to them. The gnomes. Yeah. Yeah. More like, more like band of rebels. More like army, more like band of rebels. Mm. Mm. Is Roggetto, the gnome king. Yeah. 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 Mhm. Mm. Maybe it was the wizard who stole the emeralds. Given that he gave away Ozma to the old sorceress Mondi. Maybe he had some dealings with the gnome king. Yeah. In the book, the Dorothy and Ozma and the other Oz characters have to rescue the family, the royal family of Ed from the Gnome King. And he makes them play a game that they have to search his ornament, the Gnome King's ornament collection, to find out which of the ornaments of the royal family of Eve. And if they touch an ornament that say the words Ev, they 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 might get lucky. But if they fail to find any by a certain number, they get turned into ornaments, and then it'll be someone else's turn to try their luck. Yeah. 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 On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer and Vixen, on Comet and Cupid and Donder and Blitzen. Yeah. Hold on.
My ThinkWorks could be tighter. Next, the army of Oz. Do not worry, Dorothy. I am going to guess correctly. Why did you come here? You came all this way. Scarecrow. Are you sure you didn't come back with me? No.
Yeah, technically they were the Wicked Witch of the East.
Slippers. They just fell out of the sky. So they're very powerful. They made it possible for me to conquer the Endless. Your army has struck the desert and is standing perfectly still in the middle of
Yeah.
Action, Mr. Wanda. I wanted to start, but got to do this action.
In the book, some of Ozma and some of the other Ozians got turned into ornaments, but Dorothy luckily found one of the royal family of Ev, and then later on, Belina learned from one of the guards and the gnome king himself that the others were turned into various colors.
I will use the ruby's flippers and send you. And when you get back, never think of
What's not up there?
you can't help them now.
Ornamental dogs.
TikTok? TikTok, you're all wound up. What's the matter? Why did you stop?
It was my way of getting you. Pretend that you might be up anyway. I have an idea that may save us. I have one guess left. And if I guess it incorrectly, you can watch and see what I have changed it into. And may give you the clue.
What a good idea.
I still generate this must be arranged because I have a difficulty guessing.
Yeah. Spinning around, trying to guess which one. Hmm. Hmm. Yep, found one. They figured it out. Yeah, I think. Hmm. Here's one. No way. They're running off. They're wearing off. Oh, hell's breaking loose now. Uh-oh. Excellent, saved by the scarecrow. Need a whole couch. Need the whole couch. Need the whole couch. Yeah. 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 Oh boy. There you go now. His expression. Oh boy. Yeah. There's Belina. And there goes the egg. Now he's dying. Poisoned by an egg. There goes the gnome king. She knows the really slippery. In the book, the King Roggetto, the gnome king, had a magic belt, not the ruby slippers that the others took from him. And Ozma and Ozma and Ozma decides to help Dorothy come and go between Oz. Yeah. 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 In the deleted scene, they go underneath the deadly desert to a secret passageway to the Gnome King's palace. I really wish they could have kept that scene in to explain how they're getting to the Gnome King's palace without going over the deadly desert or flying. In the book, it was a silver whistle that actually contained the Tin Woodsman. Anyway, the royal family of Ev winds up ruling Ev again with the youngest, one of the younger, one of the boys of Ev winds up being king. Hey, Father Christmas, Santa Claus, and Polychrome the Patchwork Girl somewhere in the audience. Alright, Santa Claus. Now he looks like C3PO TikTok. Got polished up. Yeah. 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 In another deleted scene, the scarecrow abdicates the throne. Yeah. Because he doesn't feel like he has the mind or heart for it. Mm. Yeah. And the boy Tip and Ozma turn out to be the same person. It's just when the wizard, after the wizard gave away Ozma to the old sorceress Mombi, she transformed Tip and Ozma and transformed Ozma into a boy and brought him up as Tipparatus, I think, or Tip for short. And decided, yeah, hence the transgender reversal. Yeah, because at the end, Tip winds up becoming a girl again. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. But instead of having her, instead of having Dorothy use the magic belt like she did with the ruby slippers, Ozma uses the magic belt to send her back to where she was going when she went overboard near Australia. She winds up with Uncle Henry. Yeah. 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 And he's back in Kansas. Safe. And safe. uh, Uncle Henry. Indian. Hey! There goes Nurse Momby. Now the house looks all finished. Now the house looks all finished. Mm. 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 There's Osmond, the window. Oh no. Oh no. Mm. Mm. Yeah. 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 Too nice, I think. Yeah, that was Return to Oz. Yeah. I find it better than the original, so-called original original Wizard of Oz. Mostly because it takes from the books, and I like it. Anyway, see ya.